Fungus provokes nothing more but shame when showing your feet in the summer, you are in for a very nasty surprise. Unfortunately, not many people have any idea of the risks involved when dealing with this microscopic parasite, and why, if you have toenail fungus, you may be dealing with something much more alarming than the poisoning fungus itself. Please be warned, this special report contains highly sensitive information and ugly truths about toe and nail fungus, but also the why and the how to manage a fungus infection that doesn't yet have a permanent cure. Our goal today is restoring your health from the fungus infection, keeping you healthy, happy, and wildly energetic. Listening to this report means that you're committed to changing your life and taking your health into a complete new level. Are you ready? Because let me tell you, this video is not for everyone, but you are in the right place if you have seen your toenails getting brittle, thicker, or changing color, if the disease is just the beginning, covering a single nail, or it has progressed to the point you can't show your feet in public. This video is the answer to real fungus management, a gruesome condition medical research thinks is incurable. What if I told you instead that a special management technique, done correctly, can save your feet for life? What if I told you that the only way to get it is to watch this video until the end? We exclusively present to you 3 clinical cases, completely healed using a revolutionary method. In America only, over 30 million Americans suffer from toe and nail fungus infection. Like many other Americans, Matt Stevens, a 53-year-old tax consultant from California, thought toenail fungus was nothing serious. Yet there he is in intensive care, barely recovering from blood poisoning, with oxygen tubes inserted into his nostrils and being pumped with antibiotics. The doctors told him that they brought him in with a severe fever, 103.5 Fahrenheit, after he fainted on the sidewalk. And fortunately for him, he wasn't one of the 40% who die because of blood poisoning or septicemia. Toe and nail fungus had destroyed his health over time, slowly chewing away his immune system. Toenail fungus turned into an infection that spread throughout his body and turned his life into a real nightmare. That is why he and 2 other patients have agreed to appear in this short report made for FungusKeyPro.com in order to get people to realize the truth about the silent killer and to seek treatment immediately. No matter your age or previous medical history, you are about to learn the bare facts about this extremely widespread disease. You will discover the hard research into how the fungus in your body react to different treatments out there. And by the end, we will reveal the world's most effective way to deal with this microscopic parasite. The only thing you can do is to be sure you won't close this page by mistake and listen very carefully to the next minutes, as it provides the most comprehensive and easy solution to a great life without any fungal infections. So if you think this infection is growing inside your nails and feeding off your skin, there are some people who have to watch this. So, if you have a weak immune system that attracts all sorts of illnesses and diseases like a magnet, if you are older than 50, if you suffer from diabetes or any other chronic disease, make no mistake, you need to stop this microscopic pest from spreading to other parts of the body. Because if left untreated, your toes and nails are just the start, and soon you may find swollen, pus-filled lumps under the surface of the skin all over you. It can even turn up on your face, leaving ugly scars that never heal. Even more alarmingly, symptoms develop rapidly and include very severe pain, fever, diarrhea, vomiting. All the while, this fungus grinds down your immune system and opens the way to deadly diseases like meningitis or necrosis. As this infection consumes your skin and tissue, it will enter the bloodstream, and next thing you know, you will find yourself lying in a hospital bed or worse. A human body is not meant to be a fungal colony. Besides the repulsive thought of having something grow inside you and feed off your cells, toenail fungus has many other nasty issues. You never know when or where you get it, and it is extremely contagious, especially in summer when you can get it from the beach or from going to a swimming pool. Matt Stevens still does not know exactly where he got it.
The first thing I noticed was my nails started changing color and they were becoming more brittle, and I thought that a good scrubbing and changing socks and shoes was going to help, and really for a time it seemed to help. Maybe it slowed the infection, but it really didn't pay off. I'm a tax consultant, by the way, and as work would pile up, I had less and less time, of course, to really properly take care of this infection. And, sometimes, especially during tax season, I wouldn't leave the office for 2 or 3 days, and I could see that the infection was spreading. And so, obviously, I took the next logical step, and I went to a podiatrist. After a very brief examination, he recommended Lamisil, and it was, he said it's the best oral medication to treat the mold, the yeast, the fungal portion of the infection. And for a while, again, it seemed that the infection was slowing, stopping, and receding, but then the side effects started to kick in for me. And it was really kind of a surprise. At first there was like a fever, and then these sudden chills, and I got joint pains, and I felt these sores in my mouth and throat, and I started losing weight, and I got patches on my skin that were turning purple. It was really awful. I think the last straw for me was I was getting this upper stomach pain, and I got loss of appetite and dark urine, and I even started developing jaundice, for crying out loud. The treatment wasn't working for me. It was destroying my liver faster than like a liter of vodka every day. So I decided, obviously, that I'd had enough of that, and I figured, well, what's the worst that a puny fungus can do to me? And then the next thing I knew, I ended up in the hospital. Truly, it was frightening, laying there on the hospital bed, and I didn't know what was worse, the treatment or the fungus, and I absolutely dreaded having to go back to Lamisil, and frankly, I'm not sure that it was a real option at the time. I thought I was going to die.
So what exactly are the side effects of Lamisil, one of the most common treatments prescribed by doctors for toenail fungus? Fever, chills, body aches, flu symptoms, sores in your mouth and throat, upset stomach, gas, diarrhea, mild nausea or stomach pain, headache, dizziness or spinning sensation, joint pain or swelling, swollen glands, patchy skin color, or butterfly-shaped skin rash over your cheeks and nose, hearing problems, severe skin reaction, fever, sore throat, swelling in your face or tongue, burning in your eyes, skin pain, followed by a red or purple skin rash that spreads, especially in the face or upper body, and causes blistering and peeling, and of course all the liver-related conditions Matt suffered from, like nausea, upper stomach pain, itching, loss of appetite, dark urine, clay-colored stools, jaundice, yellowing of the skin or eyes. Incredibly, all these conditions can occur whether or not you ever had liver problems before, and the FDA has recorded 11 cases that ended in the death of a patient and another 2 cases that required liver transplants. 11 people died because they took Lamisil to treat their toe and nail fungus, and Matt Stevens could have been among them if he chose to continue the treatment. The other medicine out there is Spornex, and it's even worse. 11 deaths linked by the FDA to liver failure. Also, the FDA has reviewed 94 cases in which patients treated with Spornex developed congestive heart failure. In 58 of the 94 cases, the FDA believes Spornex contributed to or may have been the cause of the congestive heart failure. Although the causal relationship is unclear, death was reported in 13 cases. This is what the Canadian Medical Association Journal has to say about it. Is it any wonder many law offices offer specialized counsel services related to court action for Lamisil and Spornex cases, such as Matt's? It is still a wonder that this treatment is still prescribed to millions of patients in the US, because it's like using explosives to clear your home of pests. Lamisil, while designed to kill fungus, is still poisonous to living organisms. When you swallow the pill, it goes through the stomach and into the bloodstream, circulating toxic chemicals through your entire body, when in fact the problem exists only in your toes and nails. The treatment lasts for 9 to 12 months and costs about $1,500. It has a success rate of 60%, but it damages your body 100% of the time. And even if you manage to save yourself the fungus at some point, it has a 75% chance of coming back. This is exactly what happened to Jason Bridges, age 21.
My toenail came off during football practice, right? I guess I must have bashed it up against something. Sure, yeah, it was painful at first, but when the pain did subside, I didn't think much of it at all. Didn't think it was a big deal. But a few days after, it started to itch, and the nail kept on falling off over and over again, only to grow back thicker and darker each time. You know, when we hit the showers one day, one of the guys noticed it. Some made fun of it, while others, they were just too grossed out about it. The coach knew it was contagious and had me suspended from the team until I got it fixed. So I did the smart thing. The next day I went to the podiatrist and he gave me a prescription for Spiranox. Now, I couldn't wait to get rid of the fungus, so I followed the treatment to the letter. But as the fungus began to disappear, something became very wrong with me. Although I should have been happy that the treatment was working, I began feeling sad for no particular reason at all. I started to have trouble sleeping and I was always tired, but worst of all was the fact that I had very little desire for sex, which is unheard of for a college athlete, right? You'd think I'm in my prime. This felt awkward. So I tried to push myself to do it like before, and then something even more embarrassing happened. I just couldn't perform anymore, and it was definitely not the girl's fault. Lucky for me, she kept quiet about it, but you could imagine if this rumor spread, my life would have been over. I sank deeper and deeper into depression, and I could not focus on anything at all. I prayed for the last day of treatment to come, and I couldn't wait to be off this medication finally. And when the day did come, I felt a joy I had never felt since starting the treatment. Everything seemed to be returning to normal until just 2 months later, the fungus was back. The news struck me like lightning. I thought the nightmare was over, and then it came back out of nowhere.
Both Matt and Jason have tried oral medicine for their condition, and while toe fungus may respond better to ointments and creams, the nail acts as an impenetrable shield if the fungus gets underneath it. Casey Turner, aged 42, tried the newest form of treatment, laser therapy for the fungus. Here's what she had to say about it.
So what they don't tell you is that laser treatment costs $500 per session, and it will take multiple sessions to get this treatment to work. And while for some months I was actually fungus-free, somehow it came back again. And I was so dissatisfied with this, I went straight to the treatment center to demand my money back, of course. So after arguing with the management, I would say for about 3 hours with no results in sight, I was on my way out, furious, when one of the nurses approached me and she told me she wasn't supposed to give me any other recommendations of any type, and if she was discovered doing this, she would be fired in an instant. But she recommended I visit a small natural treatment center on the outskirts of Los Angeles. She said that the treatment prescribed there had helped her permanently cure toe and nail fungus, but only if I was ready to try something truly unconventional.
Matt, Jacob, and Kathy were all treated by Wu Chang. We met them all during our visits to his office. When we arrived, we were amazed to discover a line of 12 people in the waiting room. 12 people! For such a small business, this was absolutely amazing. This may sound far-fetched right now, but once you understand his background, it will be perfectly clear. He was born in South Vietnam in 1948, and when the war came, he worked at a hospital taking care of our wounded soldiers. Besides the horrible wounds of war he saw every day, something else that was very common among the patients at the hospital. Our boys called it jungle rot, and it was a result of going through the mosquito-infested swamps and jungles under the tropical sun, an even more aggressive fungal strain than anything we have now in the U.S. These nasty infections of the skin and nail flourished on the feet of soldiers stuck in the moist, tropical environments for days without rotation. This, coupled with not being able to wash and change to dry socks, spelled pure carnage for their toes and feet. Yet while this plagued a whopping 68% of our soldiers, the Vietnamese seemed to be coping with it easily, and it had nothing to do with genetics. Mr. Chang was a volunteer back then, yet he had a remarkable intuition and a truly kind soul, so he began to research natural remedies to treat soldiers suffering from jungle rot. After speaking with local healers and botanists for 9 months, he had finally found something that left him speechless at first. When his case was finally free of the jungle rot infection, he wanted to make sure this wasn't a coincidence. but 20 more success cases in the next day only prove to him he's on the right track, because these traditional remedies, developed over hundreds and hundreds of years, passed down from generation to generation in Vietnam, were shunned by our doctors and nurses at first. But in time, they proved to be a lot more effective than modern medicine. Long story short, in just a couple of months, our own field doctors were using the local treatment discovered by Wu Chang instead of what we brought from our home country. And best of all, they had no harmful or potentially deadly side effects, because everything came from Mother Nature. Chang treated American soldiers until the final months of the war. He knew that when the communists would overrun the South, they would seek to punish anyone that helped the Americans. This would most likely mean torture and death for him. So he appealed to the soldiers he had helped, and they all worked together to repay him for his service. Chang was granted U.S. citizenship and was aboard one of the last ships that evacuated people from South Vietnam. He came to the U.S. and opened a small traditional remedy store. Today, he still focuses on toenail fungus and claims that his traditional treatment can get rid of the nasty infections, using common household items to manage a disease that modern medicine has not been able to fix. Does it really work? Matt, Jason, and Kathy are among the many for whom Chang's treatment made a real difference in their lives. Here's what they had to say. Matt.
At the beginning, I was skeptical about natural treatments, I thought everything besides our medical mainstream, medical facilities, everything besides that was just a scam. But since I had already tried the Lamisil option, and it did more harm than good, I was willing to try something, anything else, and I think it saved my life.
Jason.
The fungus nearly destroyed all I worked so hard to achieve. My sports career was hanging by a thread, my personal life ruined. I never thought such a small change would make all the difference. But I met Dr. Chang exactly at the right time, and he just turned it all around.
Kathy.
Having pure nails is something I thought was never possible when laser therapy failed. Amazingly, using Dr. Chang's formula, everything worked out, and it was so fast, I could not believe it.
According to Wu Chang, there are natural treatments for toenail fungus lying inside your home right now. The only thing is that you had no idea what a godsend these are for your toes and nails. For instance, one of the best natural fungicides is baking soda, and amazingly, fat can be used against fungus instead of artificial and poisonous chemicals. Coconut oil is one of nature's strongest fungus fighters, and it will leave your skin feeling smoother and softer than ever before. As you can see, Chang has shown us how easy it is to permanently manage the nasty fungus that keeps coming back. You can get rid of the nasty toenail fungus with natural ingredients you can find at the supermarket. More than that, natural treatments are non-toxic, really cheap, and have none of the painful side effects of traditional drugs. Treating fungus patients with medications like Lamisil and Spornex is a $30+ billion industry, and traditional medicine has always been a thorn in their side, especially proven, time-tested, all-natural remedies. Because given a real choice, no one would go for pills with toxic chemicals that expose you to potentially life-threatening side effects. But they'd rather choose an all-natural, safe, and efficient method, just like Mr. Chang's. After a couple of visits to the good doctor's office, we saw evidence of his treatment working. Matt, Jacob, and Kathy are just some of the many former patients who offered to help us create the report and make this treatment available to the public. Mr. Wu Chang was reluctant at first. He's a true traditionalist. He is not particularly technologically savvy and was afraid he might lose his clients and business. But deep inside, he knew he had to do this to help as many people as possible. That is why we made this special video report, to help people to easily manage toe and nail fungus without poisoning their body with dangerous chemicals, and without flushing money down the toilet trying out all kinds of treatments. So we gathered all his knowledge on the Vietnamese remedies made with natural ingredients and condensed them into a highly efficient, easy-to-follow treatment we named the Fungus Key Pro. Let me tell you from the start, this is not one of those so-called miracle cures you hear about every day. This is a proven, all-natural formula that produced real results during the Vietnam War, and ever since then has treated over 137,495 patients according to Chang's records. This is a step-by-step system that fights the fungal infection from the root and supercharges your immune system at the same time, making sure your feet will regenerate and stay healthy. It's the first time this proven ancient Asian treatment becomes available to the general public, and all this without pills, creams, nail polish, surgery, or laser therapy. And it is proven to work even if you think you're too old or too weak to stop the infection. Remember that soldiers, even those wounded on the battlefield and suffering from toenail fungus, managed to cleanse the fungal completely and even accelerated their entire healing process. It produces fast and efficient results, unlike everything you have tried before. There's nothing faster, easier, or more efficient than the Fungus Key Pro. All it takes is to follow the easy management technique and the fungus will be gone. Now in this broadcast, we have shared some very useful secrets. This could get us into a lot of trouble, but for those who use it, it will be 100% worth it. You know that, if left untreated, the nasty toenail fungus could spread to your limbs, destroying your immune system, causing blisters, sores, and unbearable itching. You have seen the destructive effects of traditional medication that can destroy your appetite, your mood, your private life, and even your liver and heart. You have discovered the natural remedy that's the only combat-proven solution to destroy the toenail fungus and speed up the healing. Here's just a sample of what you'll get with Fungus Key Pro. On page 17, you'll discover exactly why creams, polish, gels, or pens will never completely cure your fungal infection, and how you can get beautiful feet really fast by completely disobeying what your doctor says. Look what Ben Harris said about this. I always felt like every new drug or gel is just a ripoff, and that it will never cure me. Now I know why. You will discover the green magic, a very powerful ingredient that stops the infection from spreading the instant it makes contact with the infected area. Strength Strategy is a method that supercharges your immune system and boosts healing and recovery, so all the damage done by the fungus is removed in a heartbeat. You will literally feel health being pumped into your body, while your skin fights off the nasty germs eating away your toes and nails. You will also discover the simple steps to take to prevent other fungus or bacteria from wreaking havoc on your body. I don't know how bad your infection is, but after using this system, you will escape the vicious cycle of infection with costly treatments, harmful side effects, short-lasting cure, and a new infection. Can get a good night's rest knowing the fungus has left your body. Don't have to wear socks every summer to hide your feet. Think of the pain and itching as a distant memory as your feet regain their healthy feel and look. I have seen how much pain and suffering this microscopic pest can cause, but I have also seen the joy and relief this all-natural remedy brought to countless people, making it a distant memory. So how much do you want to be finally free from fungus infections? You already know that mainstream medication for toenail fungus will cost up to $1,800 per year. And even if it looks like it's finally gone, it will be back. So it's like money poured down the drain. $500 then. That's the average price for laser treatment. Or how about $200, as much as Mr. Chang charges each and every patient? Don't worry, it's not that expensive, because you are watching this presentation over the internet and found this awareness campaign and the all-natural formula that is proven to have no side effects is cheap, and you can use it forever once you know the secrets. And because we want every person who went through the pain and misery to finally feel free of this infection, to regain their confidence, to feel reborn, you can gain access to this natural formula for just $37. So click on the button below and start living the normal life you deserve. Only if you act now before this video is over, you will gain access to the knowledge that this has kept the Vietnamese people away from fungus infections. Today only, you will have access to this proven fungus killer for just $37. It's only a fraction of what you would spend on one single cream, far less than a visit to the doctors. And it's essentially free, considering the long-term side effects of mainstream medications. And for this token price, you get 2 free bonus products to provide extra ammo in the war against this parasite. 1. First off, it's smart cooking, the simple recipes for a glowing skin. Your immune system is just part of your problem. There is something else triggering your fungal infection, and it's related to your diet. Find out how to keep your skin glowing and discover the miracle recipes that will make you 100% healthy. 2. The second bonus is a must-have for a healthy natural life. In Natural Body Care Made Easy, 50 natural recipes for a beautiful body. You'll discover just how healthy and soft your skin can be if you use natural ingredients. Discover how to make your own face masks, creams, ointments, even shampoo, all with an irresistible smell, and it's really healthy for your skin. I guess you've realized by now that this is the moment you've been waiting for ever since you first noticed the fungus feeding on your feet and nails. The moment you regain your health and start your wonderful, carefree new life. The moment you take back your freedom and confidence. All you have to do is click the orange button below and start living the life you deserve. And we are willing to take upon ourselves all the risks, because when you choose to make this investment, you will be covered by our 60-day full money-back guarantee. That means you have 60 days to test the formula absolutely free. And if for any reason you are not 100% satisfied, cured from toenail fungus and healthier than ever, you will get your full investment back. No questions asked. This ironclad 60-day guarantee is my promise to you, because we know how it feels to put your trust into every new drug out there and to be disappointed by each and every one of them. That's why we won't have your money unless you are completely satisfied and unless you see amazing results and feel happy about your choice. Now it's time to make a choice. You can take this information I've shared with you here today and try to make it work on your own. Just keep in mind that these secrets were developed over hundreds of years, and very few have had a chance to access this hidden knowledge until now. Or you could continue to live with the fungus, knowing you have to do your best to hide your feet in public. And one day, you might end up on a hospital bed with permanent damage to your skin, while some doctors may continue to prescribe you dangerous chemicals that go through your entire body first, before actually going to their target. But as you have seen, this is like wasting $1,000 on a treatment that does more harm than good. And even if you manage to beat the fungus once, you have a 70% chance of getting infected again within the next 5 months. This is a natural formula designed to deal with even the nastiest toe and nail fungus. No matter your age, gender, or previous medical condition, an Asian formula designed to supercharge your immune system. We value your time and trust, but most of all, we value your life. It's time to say no to expensive drugs and dangerous therapies. It's time to purge the fungus from your feet and nails. It's time to stop being ashamed to show your feet in public. It's all just a click away, and as we have shown you, it costs you almost nothing. In fact, you are actually making money. Just think about the thousands of dollars you are saving on prescription medicine and other miraculous products. The Fungus Key Pro is unlike everything out there because it is a combat-proven formula. Can you remember a time when you didn't need socks to hide your frail nails, creams and pills that never seemed to work and made you feel sick, laser therapy that burns a hole in your pocket, trips to the doctor for yet another useless prescription? Well, you are about to travel back in time to that place. All it takes is one click of the button. End your pain and frustration. Profit from the Fungus Key Pro and go back to a life without hiding your feet and coping with side effects. It's in your power to destroy toenail fungus for good. Just click the button below and you can start your treatment in just a few seconds. Don't forget, you have to claim your right to a future without shame and suffering today. Just think of all the money you're saving on pills, creams, gels, or nail polish. That's about $300 every month, $3,600 in 1 year. And remember, if you're not completely satisfied by this program, if you don't get your feet back to full health and your body feeling better than ever, you're covered by my 60-day money-back guarantee, and you'll receive every cent back. With every second that passes, the fungus is spreading to your other nails and toes, to your whole body. Only a fool would do nothing as this infection is spreading, wearing socks to hide deformed feet, and praying that popping some pills or rubbing on creams 3 times a day would make a difference. But you're no fool, because you know too well the damage this fungus does to your feet, to your self-esteem, and your whole life can be irreversible. And you already know you're just 2 minutes away from getting rid of this parasite. You can already feel the sun gently caressing your feet in the summertime. You can sense the joy, comfort, and relief of looking at healthy, beautiful feet, and the energy and vitality of a new you. The answer you've been waiting for, a formula that has proven to work under the toughest conditions, and that will work for you cheaply and without side effects, is here. You don't have to let toenail fungus control your life anymore. Click the button below and find true freedom, fast and easy. I can see you haven't joined the others in the members area, and maybe you have some questions for me. Here's some of the most frequent questions I receive to help you make up your mind. 1. Jeannie Hill, age 31 from New Haven asks, will it work for me if I'm pregnant and if I have allergies? What about people suffering from any other severe conditions? The Fungus Key Pro system is 100% safe. It works even if you're pregnant or if you are suffering from any serious disease, like diabetes, heart disease, or Alzheimer's. In fact, the formula is proven to increase your quality of life in general because it's based on natural elements. It will reduce your stress level and create a positive view on life. 2. Walter Pratt from Davenport wants to know, how fast will I see results? The Fungus Key Pro is designed to help the body from the inside out, supercharge your immune system, and manage your toenail fungus at the same time. The results depend on how serious your infection is. If your toenail is just a bit discolored, then you'll see an improvement very quickly. Most of my patients have seen significant changes after 1 week, but I suggest you try this formula for a whole month. It takes 10 minutes every day for a lifetime of freedom and happiness. 3. James Chandler, a firefighter from Indiana, wants to know, what if it doesn't work for me? What do I do? If you are one of the unlucky few that doesn't see an improvement in your quality of life in the first weeks after trying this natural formula, then you receive all your money back. No questions asked, no hassle. You are fully protected by my 60-day money-back guarantee, so there is absolutely no risk for you. 4. How can I claim my copy of the Fungus Key Pro? After you hit the Add to Cart button below, you'll be taken to my secure, encrypted checkout page. Once you've entered your info and submitted that, you'll have immediate access to the natural formula to completely manage toe and nail fungus for only $37. So what are you waiting for? Click the button below and start showing off your beautiful feet.